Today on Meema Mc Living Healthy. It's Thursday, so that means it's my Weight Watchers weekly weigh-in. But I have something else that's been on my heart for a few days that I want to share with each of you. I hope you'll stay tuned to find out what that is. Hello. It's like I said earlier, today's video will be about my weekly weigh-in with Weight Watchers. Plus, at the end of the video, I would like to share something with each of you that's been on my heart for a few days. So I hope you'll stay tuned for the whole video today. I'm going to go over my weigh-in right off the bat. As most of you know, I was out of town last Thursday. My weigh-in was not very accurate. I basically used the same weight that I had had the week before. On August the 4th, I had weighed 124 on my regular scale. So last Thursday, I recorded 124 even again for my weight. And I knew that I had done well over this past weekend. Papa was not feeling well, so we didn't go out to eat near as much as we normally do. So when I got on the scale down in Florida, it was recording a pound loss. So I put on Monday that I was down to 123 pounds. And to reassure myself that that was right, the next morning when we were back here at home, I weighed, and sure enough, it was 123 pounds. So I was happy with that. That was a pound lower than I had recorded the last Thursday. So I was expecting a good loss when I got on the scale this morning, and that's not what I had. I did have a loss from what I recorded last Thursday. But I was hoping to be in the 123 pound range, which I was, but it was a little more than that. I weighed in at 123.6 this morning. Now, you know, I always call this 123 to 125 my happy weight. And the reason I say it's my happy weight is when I get into that weight range, I don't want to get above it. My clothes fit me well, and that's the top of the weight range I want to be in. Well, over the last few months, I had gotten used to weighing 120 to 122 pounds. So I wish I could lower my happy weight a little bit, but I have it at that weight strictly for that reason, so that when I begin to come close to going over that 125 pounds, I will really back away and restrain from eating all the chips. That's still my culprit. Whenever I have a weight gain, it always has to do with salt, or for the most part it does. And when we got home Monday afternoon, I got into the pretzels, and I haven't restrained myself enough to not have put on probably real close to a half a pound since Tuesday morning. I know that it's not a real weight gain, just like the loss last week was not a realized loss. That's why I give myself that leeway of a pound to a pound and a half. I know that I probably weigh pretty close to the same when I give myself that leeway of a pound and a half, whether I gain it or lose it. But that was my weigh-in, my Weight Watchers weigh-in for this morning. Now, the second part of my video concerns something that's been on my heart. I guess it's probably been at least 2 weeks, but it wasn't until the last few days that I began to pray about it and ask God to give me the words to share with you about how I feel about something. I rarely talk about money on this channel. I try not to, honestly, because it's none of my business how much you make. It's really none of your business how much I make. But with all that being said, our country is going through a rough time right now. With the inflation, those of us that are on fixed income are struggling to pay just our normal bills. So in the last few weeks, I have been hearing people are leaving Weight Watchers. Now, I'm going to share with you how much I pay a month. I pay just a little under $20 a month for my Weight Watchers membership. And I'm online only. I only have access to things like the app, which would be very hard for me to live without, and email, where they send recipes and all kinds of things like that. And that's pretty much the limit. I do have, I can go on Connect and connect with other Weight Watcher members, and I do often and read their comments. And many people are leaving Weight Watchers right now. They say the personal points program is not working for them, and so they're going to try something else. So today, I want to give you an idea, maybe, a little bit of encouragement on if you're wanting to save money, what will work as well as Weight Watchers. This is my opinion, but I do get it from experience. The only thing that I have ever had sort of long-term success other than Weight Watchers is calorie counting. To back away from heavy caloried foods and try to eat lower calories. I had success with losing 40 pounds years and years ago and kept those 40 pounds off for about 8 years. So I feel like that is almost equal to what I've done this time, because in January of 2023, I will have been on Weight Watchers for 9 years. Now, back it up to October the 2nd of this year, and I will have been at goal weight for 8 years, for the most part. I went just a little bit over in last of 2016, the first of 2017. But I was going through a health issue, and although I was still trying, I wasn't trying with any real gusto because of the health issue to get back to saving a little bit of money. Calorie counting is, that pretty much is what Weight Watchers is. They have just attached points to foods that are, for the most part, higher in calories. And they just make it easier to keep up with what you've eaten. And for me, that's the way I need to go. Because with calorie counting, your job just got a lot harder. Or I know mine does. You have to keep up with a lot more. Now, luckily, nowadays, calories are on any packaged food that you purchase. And normally you, with a simple little book that you can possibly even buy at the drugstore, probably even Walmart, will give you calorie amounts of foods for like fruit and stuff that doesn't have when you buy apple, it doesn't say how many calories an apple has in it. But you do have to keep up with a whole lot more. You have to look it up. You don't have that app handy that will tell you automatically what it is. And so for me, I need that structure that Weight Watchers offers. But if I was ever forced to get off of it because of monetary problems or lack of, I would go to calorie counting. I have seen so many people be on other weight loss programs and have great success to begin with, only to fall away from it and gain the weight and gain extra back. So this may not be exactly what you want to hear, but my recommendation is that if you feel a need to save the $20 a month, then consider doing calorie counting. But realize it will be more work for you. I think and pray for each of you often out there. I see your struggles. I hear about your struggles. I know those struggles because I have them. I still do. At the weight that I am right now, I still struggle. I think I always will, because I pretty much destroyed my metabolism from being overweight all those years. So I have to be diligent in whatever I decide to do. So if you can gather anything from all this rambling that I've been doing, know that I have a heart for y'all. I really do. And I hope that we can get through this time like we've just gotten through these last 3 years, whatever is ahead of us now toward monetary problems, that we can band together, love each other, and seek God's guidance in what we need to do in this life. May God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye.